Film failures that should have spawned franchises that would have been totally kick-ass. Grindhouse.
It's too soon to call for that one, I think.
I guess so. But
Machete
it
came out,
direct
you
to
know.
video. I guess it could be,
Yeah.
but like theatrically, it was such a big bomb, and it hasn't. It's still, I don't think it's really respected. I think Death Proof is kind of brilliant, but
I really enjoyed Grindhouse, and I really had to pee at the end. And it's like, you know, we're I don't think like, you know, me and younger, like we're not used to sitting in the theater for 4 hours watching 2 movies. Like we don't go to double headers don't happen anymore.
The movies are longer now than they
They
were
are
when I was youngin'.
And I got beef with that too, but you know.
I saw it. Afterwards, I was sort of not sure why anybody would see it. Not just go see actual, like, well, what was it? Any other kind of, like, genre movie from the 70s? Would you go watch, like, a big budget, big star, watery remake of it? Or would you just go get one of, it's not like those films are hard to get.
in the theater though, I think it's the experience of seeing those films in the theater, both of them at the same time, plus fake trailers, created an experience we don't really have.
That's true. It was different.
It was very different, and I enjoyed it for that. And also the fact that they completely ignored the title and they did not make Grindhouse movies at all.
Right. Death Proof is not a Grindhouse movie.
And then Planet Terror was just like a John Carpenter film in the 80s.
Yeah.
So.
The Golden Compass was bizarre. I saw it with people that had read the Golden Compass series, which I've never read. I have never been so perplexed by a film, and I've seen some weird movies, This was a big budget children's film that, like, threatening castration of all the characters, like, it's just a little snip, says Nicole Kidman, it's like really scary stuff. And at the end, so they got Sam Neill reprising his role from The Big Lebowski, almost identically. It's the same costume, well, obviously it's the same mustache because Sam Neill. And there's a bear that needs its armor to fight people and needs its whiskey, and it, like, goes around a town trying to find its armor so that it can go and rip the jugular out of another bear in a fight that looks like it's out of like a fighting game. Like, graphically, just rip the throat out of this thing in a PG movie. And then at the very end, Cossacks show up and they speak Russian.
And this is a thing you want to see more of.
Out of nowhere. Yes, because like there was no, it was unpredictable, it was entertaining, it was...
Was it based on a book?
Yeah.
It's a trilogy of books.
A trilogy
and
of books.
They were going to make them all, and then the first one didn't do that well, so it's a story that stops mid-sentence, basically.
Yeah.
I just remember the trailer for it, and I remember, doesn't it have a hot air balloon in it at some point?
Probably.
Yeah.
I sort of shut down when I see those Lion Witch in the Wardrobe / Prince Caspian / Percy Jackson.
This was an anti-Narnia thing, though?
Yeah, it was anti-Narnia.
The writer is an outspoken atheist, and he says, I hate the Narnia books, and I wrote these books to combat them.
Yeah.
I wanted to have, because he feels that the Narnia books are very anti-female, which they kind of are, and he wanted to have a strong female protagonist, and in addition to other things.
I'm just waiting for the Labour Party version of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So.
Well, I would out myself as a giant geek and tell you that I would watch Firefly. If Joss Whedon never did anything ever again, and just made Firefly stuff, I would keep watching it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was.
I loved Serenity. I thought it was great. I know people that love Firefly and hated it because of choices he made with killing off certain characters and what have you, but
it's his trademark. It's his signature.
I thought it was great because when he killed off characters, he did it so coldly. I mean, it wasn't like their deaths didn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. They were almost accidental. Yeah. And it just made you think, well, it is an intergalactic war. Like, nobody gets a big scene where they get to, like, lay down and cough and make a speech and
die nobly.
Exactly.
It's all the spear and looking down.
And then we gotta move. We gotta get out of here. And like, there's no like mourning them and it's, and I don't know. I loved the series, and so I wasn't quite sure what to expect out of the film, but I really had a good time. Yeah. And I was the only one in the theater when I saw it, and I was like, well, I guess this is it. I better enjoy it. I do think it's one of the strangest business choices that a major studio has ever made, to sink $40 million into a movie based on a show that was a giant failure.
Somebody just took the X-Files. Somebody just took the X-Files like one sheet that they pitched, and they were like, "It's like that, but with a different show." And they're like, "Okay, I guess that'll work."
Yeah, strange.
Another failed movie that I would have liked to see more of was the Ang Lee Hulk. He's so earnest about the superhero movie. I mean, and it's almost painful to watch how earnest he is about, like, I really want to try to find the heart in this story. He tries so hard. I don't know if he does, but he really tries, you know, and I really appreciate it. I like the editing style, the kind of the pseudo comic book thing, without being so intense that it's like Sin City, which I think I'd be on the fence whether I want to see another one. They may be making another one, actually.
It's in limbo.
It's
in limbo.
It'll probably be development hell.
Whatever, he'll be fine. But
Yeah, we don't need more of
he
it.
did Spy Kids, so you know he's
He's fine. He did what it's called.
Yeah.
One of those kid movies.
yeah. But yeah, the Hulk. I would like to see more of that, more earnestness.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
like
super
the
good.
other Hulk? The Edward
I
Norton
didn't see
Hulk?
it. I don't really. No, I'm not interested. Looks like too much banging around.
There's a lot of banging around in
It
it.
is a lot
Yeah.
of banging around. It's not very good.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
But I thought actually liked it better than the Ang Lee one.
Yeah.
I did too. It was a little safer, I think, because it was, the Ang Lee film was actually shooting for the stars. And
Yeah.
It did basically turn into a Sam Shepard play in the end there.
Kind of.
With Nick Nolte.
Yeah, like, you know, I mean, it's not quite like the Frankenstein where they literally have a battle in amniotic fluid or something,
Sure.
but it's close,
It's a
you
sensible
know?
father story.
Yeah.
And then he becomes a giant gas cloud.